Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. All right, let's get into it. So we are back at it. We're gonna try for BENQ at the start here. Then we'll try the forest. Dude, this can't be real. Why do you keep finding them? Bro. Did we just like glitch our game to find BENQ? That was like 4 or 5 BENQ back to back. Bro, I swear to gosh. What the hell? Dude, there's no way I'm running into this many. There's no way. I'm like, finally, something to break the chain, dude. That was actually kind of crazy. How many fights was that of BENQ? I wonder what it looks like, shiny BENQ, in this one. Got that BENQ, man. Dude, this might be the patch to go to. Holy cow. I never feel like I've seen this many BENQ. I'm gonna have to come over here on my Nuzlocke next time. That was crazy how many. And let me see so many of these too. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. See? There goes the muscle memory. I was like, let me get out of this battle. How do I do that? Boom. Oh my god. Well, good thing it wasn't like an important thing. What if we just repeat all those Minky that we just ran into? I gotta be careful on my button presses here. They've been resetting too much. Because I was also, so, to start this out here, I don't know if I've discussed this, but I was, counting one encounter and then one I was not counting. And this was the one that I wasn't counting. And I actually got the shiny before the one that I was counting, if that makes sense. And if that tells you anything, right? Like, just keep going. I don't know. Maybe I have more reps here, but... Right now I'm at 111 for the resets on the other project, but that's a whole other profile. So you guys will see that one once I do get it, but that one will be probably exclusively offline if I do it. But only because it's like I'll be just doing hunts like this where I'm just hunting shit. I don't know if people want to see that process, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, like, it's because again, it's not like I'm doing anything special. I'm just literally sitting here doing this over and over. I figured I'd stream it on this profile while I do it for a couple hours that I do it, and that way it's a little bit more controlled so I don't go crazy with it, but you guys will see. It's a good thing I wasn't grinding. That would have been upsetting. I just do that reset. Bow! Got that Minky, man. I just want the shiny manky man. Should be hearing that twice. And that indicates we got our target. Or got a target. I don't know if he's more green or brown or what in this. I think he's more brown. We'll have to see him. Let's see. But luckily we got the shiny yesterday. It took about like a month of resets though, so. But it wasn't a month of it doing it every day either, so it wasn't like consistent. So I don't know. Should have kept track of it, but that's the beauty of it, right? You never know when it's gonna happen. And maybe that inspires someone out there, I don't know. Or someone that struggles of getting into shiny hunting or something, and they're just like, oh, but I have to count, but you don't. You just just keep going. You don't have. That's the only part of it, right? And you don't have to have like a counter thing for it either. No, some people like the math and all that stuff of it, of knowing the odds, to know how rare of a shiny it is, but the shiny is also as rare as what the the trainer makes it, right? Like, it could have taken them like forever, or it could have been like a dupe, right? So it's like you give your own Pokemon its value, right? For me, this was just a lot of hard work that I just spent, like I said, just going back and forth, doing it over and over and over, and then all of a sudden it happened. Just got to keep at it, and that's like, again, the whole point of what I'm trying to drive home is just, if you're gonna shiny it, or even just try it, like, just don't give up. Find out what you want to get, try it out. No, it might take a while, it might take years, it might take months. It took me a good couple years to get one shiny. For one that I was hitting on Moon. Shiny Sandygast. I finally got him. That was this year. But I was hunting him for a good while. I did a good couple other hunts and got a good couple hundred shinies before I got him again. Not on here, but on my 3DS, but yeah. And I figured I might challenge myself. I don't know if I'm going to put it into the thing or whatever, but I'm going to aim for 10 shinies, 8 from the badge quest, and then we have to do like another 2. I'm thinking for the other 2 is we might do the fossil reset. So I really want to get a shiny Kabuto. Or a shiny, whatchamacallit, Aerodactyl. That could be dope too. So for those, we might be just doing offline resets of that, but maybe we'll count them. We'll see. I don't know. We'll do a little hybrid thing, but I'll think about it. I'll think about it, because it is towards the tail end of the game, so if we could do that then. And that'd be the only way to do it. I mean, I could do the Masuda, but, you know. Kitty's been really trying to hang out lately. Oh, and then she runs away. Okay. Thought you wanted to hang out up here. Sorry if I just drone out though, because this gets real monotonous. But I'll have to try to chime myself back in to talk every now and again, but but yeah. Maybe I'll share some like stories with you guys of my past, of something. I'm trying to think of what, but I don't know, maybe when I first started getting into shiny hunting. I mean, it's not the right game that we're talking about it on, but I guess I could talk about when I first played this game, right? Yeah, this first came out on Game Boy Advance, and it was pretty dope because I'm trying to remember if there's really any other, like, Game Boy Advance cartridges that had, like, a color to them. But that's what made these ones very sick and very dope, was the color to the cartridge. I thought that was the best part, like for one, like the leaf green and then the fire red. I had this fire red. I'll have to see. I don't know. I think I might have the book still in my little thing here, but I think it was a book for Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, not for this. But that was also around the same sort of time, too. But yeah, no. When this first came out, though, like it was dope because of that wireless adapter that it came with. It was, oh man, that was the sickest. You could just hook that onto your game. When you did the trade, it was like, I'm trying to remember if it vibrated or not. I don't think it did. But it was just dope to be able to use it and then trade your mons, and then it was just a cool time. Because this was before the age of almost internet-like stuff. It was more of like you had to be local, right? Like you had to be with that person next to them. I think it had online though, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if that's where it introduced that, but I know online wasn't really until like the DS era, I believe, right? I don't know. But playing this though back in the day, it was just amazing because when it came out, there was only like, you know, the first gen, right? And then they had gold and silver, and then they had ruby and sapphire and emerald. And then this comes out of the woodworks. And everyone was so pumped about it. Because, like, you know, an updated version of everyone's favorite adventure going through Kanto. So that's where this one like really, you know, took off when it first came out, and then also when it came out again recently. And then now it's even a better way to play it because you get the event stuff without having to go to the event, right? We're hacking your game because you didn't go to the event. The only way you can get it on the legit shit is if you literally were there in that date and time place to get the event mons. So, and that's like the Eon Pass, and I think the other thing or whatever for Deoxys, the meteorite. But yeah, so between all that shit, it's like, fuck, dude. And then I don't know if you've seen cartridge prices or complete in-box cartridge prices. Those are like $300 or $400. I'm not trying to pay $300 or $400. I'll pay $20. So I'm probably gonna buy Fire Red once we beat this with our China team. Because once that happens, then we could just pedal to the metal for that. And then what I can do is I might start Fire Red, do like a solo playthrough, so I have a solo file on my other Switch, so I could trade between them, and that would be a big help for like Nuzlocke, for example. I'll be able to get my Alakazams, my Gengars, and Machamps easily. Fucking Golem. What else? I don't even like. Can't remember all the trade ones. I think those are it. Alakazam. Yeah, it's like those 4 or 5. Alakazam, Machoke, Haunter, or Alakazam, Machamp, Gengar. Then we got Golem. But yeah, I figured we'd do this for a minute. I'm probably aiming to make some breakfast here in a couple hours too, but we'll see. I may not, because I'm not trying to eat too much. But we'll see, I might actually, because then I can get some good stuff going. I was thinking about frying up some tofu. Little breakfast tofu. Kinda want to get a shiny and name him Tofu. Maybe I name that, if I get a shiny Minky, I'll name him Tofu. How about that? It's like, what if I got a shiny and named him Tofu? Alright, what if we'll just do that for Minky? Or whatever we find next, we'll name Tofu. Hopefully it's a Minky. Here, I'll do it. I think we'll swap every 30 minutes to get a little change of scenery. So it's not like as, again, mundane and monotonous. So we'll switch here in a couple minutes. We'll get a couple more Minkies. I'll try to aim for 5 more. So I can at least count that. But again, that's where it's like, what's the whole point of counting it if you're just going to be counting either that one or, like, what one do you count when you do these encounters, right? Do you count it when you see this? Because that's technically when that counts as an encounter for that mon, and then it resets the thing for him. So then the next one you see is a different one, right? But that's only for that mon. So this is a different one for this Ratata iteration. I don't know. You know what I mean? Are you counting all those encounters? Are you counting just the encounter? It gets too crazy. I got too many questions for encounters, right? So that's why I don't want to count them. Maybe I'm just overthinking it, but because am I wrong or am I right? Like, do you have to count just the mon that you see, or is it counting each mon that you see? But then I feel like if you count each mon that you see, that's not counting. That's not actually how the way it works with the game. It's based on the encounter table of that mon, how many times you see it, and if on X time you'll see this, right? So I don't know. I was rambling. I think that was 1. Okay, here goes 2. Might have been 3 already, but we're just counting 2 right now. But yeah, going back to when this first came out, like, it was monumental. It's 3. And just, I don't know. So again, there's only like Ruby and Sapphire, and then later Emerald came out, and then the diehards that really liked the Gen 3 would get Emerald. Not everyone got Emerald, to be honest, when it first came out. A lot of people actually, that's the first one that they did get into though. So there's that too. But yeah, I don't know, like, Emerald was an interesting time. I liked it a lot, and I played it and got up to, you know, catching Rayquaza and all that shit. But I honestly, like, the way I did those games back in the day is, like, once I caught the Legendary, I kind of just stopped playing. I didn't really grind further or, like, push my team further or try too many different other runs. I kind of just did, like, a one run and done type thing. But also I'd have, like, the best team possible that I could have, right? So there was that, but which then would take a while, but for the most part, like, I would pretty much do that one playthrough, and then there'd be rare times where I'd reset the game and go through it again. That's just personally how I did it. I didn't really, you know, like I said, reset over and over. I know some people did that a lot. I did do that though, to be honest, in like Gen 2 for like Heart and Gold. I'd reset a lot. Or not Heart and Gold. That's the ROM hack that I like playing. Soul Silver and Heart Gold. But also there's the Gold version in Silver. We'll get one more. Let's see if we get it. But seeing how long this takes, I think I might just do like these little hunt streams for like an hour and a half. So then that way I can get going on the other hunt stream that I wanted to do. Which was the original plan from yesterday. So we'll see if we can get a shiny on there, but if not, I mean, we might come back here. So we'll give this game another hour, which means probably we'll do the forest for 30 minutes, and then we'll do, that area again for 30 minutes. Saving it this time to keep track of this time because we accidentally reset to fuck up the time. If I get a shiny Weedle in here, I'd also be happy with that, but we already got one, and let's go. I'm like trying to get a different one, if possible. So I'm really hoping for the Pikachu line or this Caterpie, but I'll take what I can take, right? I'm not gonna, none of these are, I mean, Weedle would be a dupe, but yeah. And I think I got, yeah, I do have shiny Pikachu on like Violet, but Violet I don't really count. It's not a true, like, come on. Not a true shiny game. In my opinion. That's just me though. Let me look up the odds for that. I think it's so 1 out of 4,000 something in that game. One out of 4,096. Okay. So it's still, it's kind of, I mean, with normal spawns and stuff, it's half of the odds in this, right? But it feels a lot less than that in that game. It definitely does. But maybe that's just me, I don't know. Because that's the other part too. We could shiny hunt over by Mount Moon too. So it might actually advance our game a little bit to go over there. and see what we might find there, but we'll see. That way then it's like we're progressing the story a little bit, and then we're getting caught up to where we want to, but I'm not trying to go through Mount Moon until we get the next shiny, to be honest, just because there's a lot more options here. And then I mean I don't know, for Misty it's like whatever I get next is pretty much just gonna take out Misty, right? Although I would really kind of need to get like a Bellsprout or something to take her out. Because that's going to be the other tricky part, is if I have, you know, this guy, it's like, fuck, dude, I'm not going to be able to do nothing to Misty. Get water pulsed and dead. So that's where, like, you know, Butterfree can really come in clutch, but I'd really try to get Pikachu if possible. I mean, I wouldn't really want it right now, but Pikachu or Bellsprout could be very good for us in the next bit. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck hunting until we get something that can take out Misty. Because I would not mind that. I mean, isn't it? I mean, I'm not putting a rule on that. Like, oh, you can only get one extra shiny. No, we can get as many as we want before whatever gym. We gotta have one shiny to get into the next gym. Pretty much is the way I'll be doing it. But Caterpie, just because, again, it's a very, like, I don't know if you guys used Caterpie before. Like, a lot of people talk shit about these Bugmons at the beginning, but they're actually very strong if you use them right. But Butterfree in particular, though, I mean, nothing against Beedrill, but you can go in with Butterfree, like, especially if it has Compound Eyes. I think I don't know if it has the hidden ability or whatever in this, but Compound Eyes adds like 25% accuracy, I believe. So that's, you know, amazing for those pattern moves or anything else. So pretty much you can just control the fight a little bit with them. But that's if you outspeed whatever you're fighting, and and it's not fire or electric or something that fucks up Bug. Rock would suck. I gotta learn to just set my controller down when something pops up, so I don't accidentally reset just by like reflex. That's the main thing. So that's what I did earlier on the stream. Reset in the middle of catching, like trying to, you know, look for Minky. So I think on this next bit, what we'll do is we'll go back. I'll get my guy caught up to pretty much like Mount Moon here. But I don't know, because I don't think there's any water mines coming up. I'm trying to think. It's mostly all bug and normal flying. Nice. Now let's give me a shiny. You ruined the streak, Weedle. And then what I'll probably do after we do all the different shiny runs and all that stuff is I'll probably do a shiny Nuzlocke run, but I'm kind of terrified of those because it's like, again, if I was like, maybe it'd be different if I was doing this as for a living, you know, then I could just do that for content, right? Then it wouldn't really matter. But the fact that I do have to make stuff for a living and all that stuff, I don't have expendable time like that. So it's, you know, as fun as like a shiny Nuzlocke run would be, I don't know. I mean, I'll have to literally beat all my runs for the types that I want to do at first before that happens. So don't expect a shiny Nuzlocke run for a while, to be honest. But it is something I've thought about on here. But again, it's like, it kind of just defeats the whole purpose of it, right? Like, so then it's like you're gonna Nuzlocke yourself while you're trying to grind, and you can't grind because you're locking yourself, and then, I don't know. So it's like you're just doing this pretty much all day and then hoping that you don't run into a battle that you can't run from or something that you die. Like if it's something that you're either running, there's not really things that have explosion, but still, depending on what you have, you know, you can get stuck in a battle. Alright, well, I'm gonna go another like 15 minutes and then we'll head up towards like Mount Moon. Maybe get that little beginning area. Then that gives us actually another spot to hunt, and I think I can find Netherran in those patches. I'm not too sure if you can there. I think you can. So that's where it's like that could be the other target as well. I mean, even though I got one on Let's Go, but I don't know. I think I might stay true to the forest in the other area though for now. Yeah, maybe on the next video we'll go Mount Moon. We'll go Mount Moon to start, and just up to Mount Moon, and then I'll probably do like new encounters, but we'll see. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. I know I kept talking about going over there, but it's all impromptu. And I think this is where I got my other Weedle. So I think we'll just hunt here. Again, let's go. should check. I have that actually on my Instagram. Yep, it's this patch up here. Okay. But yeah, I'm thinking I'll surprise you guys with another stream here this morning. We'll probably take a break here in a minute and then be back with more stuff. I'm gonna probably go for like an hour and a half with this game. So we'll end out the last bit with, I think we'll just do it split, like we'll do 15 minutes of the BENQ and then we'll come back over here. Then next stream, I think again we'll just start out with the BENQ and then go back to the forest and then maybe advance the game a little bit, but we'll see, because then we can get more targets like at the Mount Moon area between hunting in the cave or hunting outside. We'll see. Or I should say, head outside the cave. Ugh. There's actually a lot of good stuff in the cave that we can get. Speaking of which, I need to make sure I got enough Pokeball stuff. I didn't actually check how many. Oh, fuck. I need to do that. I thought my D-pad is different. It works like A. Okay, I know we got plenty. But yeah, I'll try to be live with these hunts when I can, because it kind of changes the dynamic a little bit, but I do get more time for the other offline hunt that I'm doing. And then I'll have another project I'll be working on later for... I'm thinking we might do a shiny run for the other starter that I don't get on the tail end. So after I get that one, we'll reset immediately for the last one, which will give away what that one is. But you guys will learn soon who it is once I get it. But I imagine being here for at least a good couple days or a month or so. Which is fine. That's where it's like, I don't know. I might stream some of it, but then I might not stream some of it, where it's like, you know what I mean? Because all of this is just like kind of throwaway stuff, so it's like, we don't even get a shiny or something. It's like an hour of content that someone's clicking on to click to watch. I don't know if I want to do that, so I think I might do offline hunts for this one in particular. And what we'll do is I'll just, I'll try to highlight when I get the shiny. It won't be as we get the shiny. I mean, unless again, it's like I have the shit recording and I'm doing it right then and there, but I'm not going to do that either because I don't have that much memory to work with. So it's like a weird position that I'm in. So I'm thinking I might just grind until we find one. And then I'll just go live like how I did when I found the first shiny. So when the next stream will be, I don't know when that will be. But I'm thinking that's how we'll do it. This will be a little bit different of a style. So it's more of like when we actually get the shiny, and then we advance the story or the game with the shiny that we got. And then go back on hiatus for XYZ time until I get the next one. That's the best way I could think of it, because it's like doing streams like this at this time or something else. It's like I look at it as time I can be doing something else or making other content, but I don't know. That's where it gets weird with me. So I like to calculate the time that I spend. So I'm thinking on this next bit, we'll just do 15 minutes of the other area and then this, and then call this stream, but I'm thinking I might even call it this stream and then come back with the original game I was trying to hunt earlier, but we got rudely interrupted by a shiny Charmander. So I'm thinking we do that actually. I know I was saying we'll go back and do the other places, but I only have so much time, and looking at the time right now, it's already 4:30, so I spent more time than I wanted. So yeah, then that way we'll just take a quick break, and then we come back with the other game I was trying to shiny hunt on, and rant and ramble away on that one. I hope that we get a shiny there, which I still need to train for, or train the one that I have, which is gonna take so long because I can't do any moves. But yeah, I was crying. end this at the hour mark here. And then we'll take a mini break, and then we'll come back with, I think we'll come back with Sword for at least an hour, maybe an hour and a half, maybe. We'll see. At least sometime this morning. And then I'll see what else we do, because there's still other shit I gotta do here too. So I'm playing a few other different games too at the same time on my handhelds. So I'm playing like what is it called? So Sapphire on one of my versions or things or whatever. Playing Soul Silver on my DS Lite. 3DS I'm shiny hunting there. My RGDS, I guess you could say we're playing like Alpha Sapphire or something on there, but we'll see. But other than that, I'm like big chillin'. And then now we got the soft reset done for the shiny starter. So we're doing that this run now. There's still the Nuzlocke run I gotta finish up, but that's the thing with that Nuzlocke run. I'm right at the Pokemon League, so it's like I don't want to mess that up, but it's getting to a month out of when we last played it, so I need to play it. So we'll probably be doing that soon. Trust me, I'm keeping track of all these different playthroughs. Trust me. Like that Violet Shiny Badge playthrough we gotta do. We gotta do that soon too. Alright, but let's get going here. We got one more encounter, I guess you could say. And then we'll call it a night on here. And then I'll probably be back with some Sword real quick. Probably like in a bit. Get one more Caterpie. And this kind of counts, but I want to get a Caterpie. And then this way we keep the day rolling. And then I can do what I need to do next here, and then, dang it, okay. And then we pretty much keep the party started, or keep the party going. Alright, we'll save it here. We'll come back, we'll do this for like 30 minutes, and then we'll do BENQ for 30 minutes, and then probably go to Mount Moon in just the beginning area, and then maybe start out a hunt there, and have another target that we have there, which is, there's a couple, but Netherend male would be dope. I think I get female in this one though, if I remember correctly. I don't know. But anyways, I'll see you guys all in a bit. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow for more. Again, this is going to be a weird hybrid stream of stuff or content where I just kind of upload stuff when stuff happens. But I think that's how I'll do this shiny run, but we'll see. But anyways, like, subscribe, follow for more. Peace out, SQUIDZZz out. Bye.